Okay, so we watched what we're calling a good match, one of our best matches, which was Q24. Now we're going to watch Q40, which I would say is probably one of our worst matches. And there's a couple of reasons for that. So this one you can see switch ownership. We're the blue team on this. Switch ownership, we actually lost switch ownership, which is something we should be responsible for. If not for the scale, we had 112 points on the scale. If we didn't control the scale in this match, we would have lost this match. So keep that in mind. So we were basically saved by, I believe, it's probably 2852 that does the work that saves us in this match. We could not win this one on our own. And we'll watch to see what happens here. Why? You can see we don't finish the vault. We only get 8 cubes on the vault. We don't play the force. I don't think we had to because we were in possession of... Actually, we could have. We could have played the force. But we never finished the force. We did a climb at the end, and we'll talk about whether that was a good decision or not. But let's watch this match play out, and we'll examine how this goes here. So this is qualifying 40. So we're down at the far end here. So we're going to start off by dropping a cube. So we're good. We're in possession of our switch. Seems like a lot of our bad matches happen we're with 477 or 4777. So we got a big jam up at the beginning here, causing us problems. We can't get to the cubes. That first cube takes us a long time to get. I think it was like 16 seconds to get the first cube. So we're underway now. We're working on the vault. And we've got now 1 cube on the scale. So we have possession of the scale for the rest of the match. They don't have anything that can put anything on the scale, I don't think. So we're controlling that. So we got 3 cubes down on the vault. We're continuing to work on the scale. We got a couple cubes on the switch as well, but here is the problem. See this red robot over here? They are coming after our switch. And this is something I think we should be doing in our matches. So watch this here. They just put a third one on there. We've lost possession of our switch. So we just lost possession of our switch. There's about 60 seconds left in the match. We will not take possession of our switch again in this match. So there are 60 points remaining from switch in here that we are not going to get. So that's the biggest amount of points that's left out there. So our climb, when we do our climb, the climb is worth an additional 25 points compared to sitting on the platform, or an additional 30 points compared to doing anything else. So the climb is worth 30. Taking possession of our switch back right now would be worth 60. So, and in the next video I'll show basically the time investment of things versus what they're worth. But basically we make a bad decision here. We keep on just with our normal game plan instead of taking back our switch right now, which is what we should be doing, or competing and never losing it in the beginning. But basically we've lost this. We just gave up 60 points here that we don't get back in this match. So here we drop another cube on here. We're trying to take it back, but that wasn't enough to do it. So we're 3 and 3 right now, but we're not tipping the balance. We only have 8 cubes down right now. And now we are going for the climb. So at this point, where was this here? From the time that we dropped this, about 46 seconds left in the match. At that point on, we're now in the process of going for our climb, essentially. We kind of mess around out here for a bit. And now we decide we're going to go for our climb. So we're locked on. We actually climb pretty fast in this one. This is one of our faster climbing operations. And we win the match, but it was pretty close. It was less than 100 point separation there. And we had much better robots. But killer move here by them, taking away our switch. That was devastating. And that's a strategy we should be playing, especially early in the match. If you do that, that is a real game wrecker. And you can see how that hurt us in this match. Basically, if we go look at the timing of this here, our total climb was only 42 seconds. We were fast on that. Like, fast for us. I think we're still too slow on it to be effective. But if we look through this here, right there, we lost possession. All this time here, we're not scoring points in there. So there was like 65 points available, I think, at that point there. About 60 to 65 points still available there that we could have done just by taking back possession of our switch or competing with them earlier on and never losing it and keeping all that. We also could have had more time. So if we decided not to climb, if we decided just to maintain possession of our switch and finish the vault, we could have maintained these 60 points. We could have finished the vault with another 5 there. So possibly 65, 70 points maybe that way, versus we took another 30 points off of the climb. So we made about a point differential of about 40 points on that decision there. So I think these are the things we need to look at and change our strategy up a bit as to how we play this. But one of our worst matches, and I think a lot of it is because of the way the other team played against us. When a team takes away your switch, and there's some other examples of that where that was done against us, that really disrupts what we're doing. It makes us not finish our vault. It makes us have to spend energy in cubes doing other things, and it takes away our points, so it really messes us up. So this is probably one of our bad matches here, qualifier 40.